Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Disney is being sued. Again, because I. Apparently, because the day ends in Y, whether Disney is being sued over cost shifting scheme by investors, because cooking the books, maybe? I don't know. That might be a little bit of a stronger term to use than I should, but investors sued Disney. This is back in August over alleged Chapek era cost shifting scheme to more recently. This is from, where's the date? I don't know. 9,000 women just won approval to sue Disney for pay disparities, or going so far as Disney being sued over severe injuries allegedly caused by a wedgie from a water slide. Disney can't seem to catch a break. And, well, this article from January 30th from The Hollywood Reporter seems to be no different. Disney employees sue company over alleged cover-up of sexual assault by executive. My goodness. Plaintiff suing as Jane Doe claims she was assaulted by former VP of Distribution Nolan Gonzalez, and that management refused to escalate concerns to human resources despite complaints from other women. So what happened to... This is very interesting. I hadn't read this article yet, but Disney talking about women this, women that, and now we have Kathleen Kennedy and Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. Women power, the force is female, all these female-led movies, and yet behind the scenes, between this and this 9,000 women getting approved, and of course, women suing over sexual assault, refuse to escalate. Maybe Disney doesn't seem to care about the ladies that work for them. I believe the term is she does. Disney does protest too much, methinks. Disney is facing a lawsuit from an employee who accuses the company of concealing a former executive's alleged pattern of sexual misconduct after she was assaulted. Now, to be clear, allegedly, accusations, this is going to go to court. Well, the likelihood of stuff like this going to court, I'm sure. Don't be surprised if this gets swept under the rug with some sort of settlement to keep it out of the public eye. But hey, too late now. It's in the public eye. And idiots like me are talking about it because we're just sitting there pointing and laughing at the continuous failure of a once beloved family studio, family company that put out one hit after another, catered to family, whether it was the movies, the cartoons, the rides, the amusement parks, attracted one family after another. People would dream, even after the Super Bowl, I'm going to Disneyland, I'm going to Disney World, whatever it was. And now, over the past year, it seems, and that's outside of the box office debacle of at least $1 billion theatrical deficit. We get lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. What's going on? What happened to you, Disney? Can we get back to... I do hope that one day Disney gets back to its former glory, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of changes, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But hey, may not even happen in my lifetime. We'll wait and see. Complaint filed in Los Angeles, claims yada da 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 da. Claims, where am I at? Management at Disney repeatedly refused to escalate concerns about Nolan Gonzalez, former VP of Distribution. Oh, we got a name here. Despite several complaints, creating an environment in which he was, quote, free to harass women with impunity. Now, this is an interesting thing. We get over the, past 2-3 years, there's a lot of major corporations, whether it's in the entertainment industry, whether it's video games, movies, all across the board, where stories like this are coming out more and more. Now, are people jumping on the bandwagon, trying to throw shade on these different companies, striking while the iron's hot? Or are people feeling more emboldened to come out and speak the truth? Bring all these vile, putrid, disgusting, looking at you, Activision Blizzard, bringing all this to light. You be the judge. Well, management was incentivized to hide Gonzalez's harassment. We heard that before, because he generated valuable revenue. Ooh, Bobby Kotick. Oh, heard that before. If you don't know anything about that, go check that out. I believe it was called the Cosby Suite. Happened a few years ago. And that was a settlement, I believe, settled out of court, probably much like this one's going to be. Disney and Gonzalez didn't respond to a request for comment. Of course, they're not going to respond to a request. They're going to take care of it in-house. Sweep it under the rug, try to walk away nice and quiet, but oh well. The plaintiff, I'm repeating myself. The plaintiff, suing as Jane Doe, alleges that Gonzalez assaulted her several times in 2017. And don't be that guy that says, "What took her so long?" You don't know what these people have gone through. I'm not saying believe all women. No, I'm saying believe the facts. Investigate it. Due diligence is important. The court of public opinion? Be careful with that. But when you have a track record of everything going on behind the scenes, one lawsuit after another, after another, after another, after another, I don't know. Maybe get a sharper magnifying glass to go investigate. He also used his position of power and blackmail. To force her to have sexy time, according to the complaint. When she tried to cut contact with him in 2018, Gonzalez allegedly threatened to release intimate videos of their encounters and ruin her career. In situations like this, I would say do it. We live in an era where videos like that are not seen as taboo as they used to be. So if someone threatens to try and blackmail you, let them try. The court of public opinion in situations like this is not so damaging as it used to be. Call people like this. If this actually happened, you call people out on their bluff. Call them out. Release the video. And then that will simply show everyone that you're telling the truth. Don't bend the knee to someone trying to blackmail you, because they're just going to continue trying to blackmail you over and over, and it's going to escalate and get worse and worse. And eventually, unfortunately, stuff like that will come out anyway. Get it done, get it over with, and show the person for what they truly are. The article continues. The accuser claims she wasn't Gonzalez's, quote, first victim nor his last. Now, that's interesting. If you can get other women to come out and back you up on this, unfortunately, you must have receipts. Hearsay is a very dangerous thing. Bring receipts, documentation, something, timestamps, video evidence, maybe. Release the video evidence. And that his history of sexual misconduct was well known by management, which allegedly refused to properly investigate and take punitive action against him for years. Women are discouraged to come forward. Now, this is an interesting part, right? Ow, what happened there? Wow. Women were discouraged to come forward about his behaviors because management seemingly accepted Gonzalez's conduct as being part of the entertainment industry, and his firing would hurt the company financially. Now, this is a very tricky statement right there, because we've all heard the stories of men and women, women and men, doing the casting couch gig. If you have two consenting adults, or if you have a consenting adult willing to bend the knee, so to speak, to get ahead in entertainment, then I don't think you should be allowed to come out and say, "Oh my God, he did this to me." No. If someone uses their power, that just means they're a piece of hot garbage. But you can always say no. There's quite a few actors and actresses that would say no. Granted, no, they're probably going to get blackballed and not make it ahead, but after a while, you have to take accountability for your own actions. Now, if it's the case of you did it willingly and you weren't blackmailed, well, then unfortunately you made some mistakes in your life. However, truly blackmailed, forced into it, coerced into it, do this or else you lose your job, I'll ruin your reputation, well, then that's a whole different story, but you have to prove it. What else do we have to say? Disney used the rolling layoffs. Oh dear. According to the complaint, Gonzalez stepped down in 2022 after 3 other women reported him for sexual harassment. Okay, so he stepped down. What's the problem now? The plaintiff, meanwhile, claims that she was demoted last year in an alleged attempt by Disney to retaliate against her. That might be difficult to prove. Quote, Disney used the rolling layoffs as an excuse. Companies use rolling layoffs as an excuse to do all kinds of stuff. Activision Blizzard, looking at you. To demote the plaintiff and to place her on a different team where she did not manage any direct reports. Previously, plaintiff was a supervisory level employee who trained and directed 3 subordinates. Now plaintiff's essential job duties are much smaller. Now that is crock of shit. That is unfortunate. Companies use these situations, layoffs, stuff like that, to, I guess, move people around, get rid of problem employees, rehire others, like massive layoffs and then rehire them at a lower salary. This is an unfortunate tactic that the big corporations use to help their bottom line. It's disgusting, it's putrid, but depending on what state you live in, if you live in a right-to-work state, you might be SOL. Something like this, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you would have to prove. Burden of proof is on the accuser, but if you feel emboldened to come out, you must have some sort of evidence. It will be interesting to see where this goes. It's just one more thing in the long list of problems that Disney has been dealing with over the past year or two, and I don't see them going away. It will be one more. As Clownfish TV, the daily dose of dismal Disney. It hasn't slowed down, and I don't think it will slow down. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think there is any, what's the word? Credence, Creedence Clearwater Revival, to the claims of cover-up of sexual assault? Does she have a snowball's chance in hell? Let me know what you think in the comments. I said that already. You have a good one. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty things that YouTubers beg you to do. Have a good one.